Alright, hello, welcome back. This will be part 2 of Pentatonic Pathways. Still just dealing with G, which will be the running theme for a bit. So last time we went through position 1. And some of the triads and shapes in there. So now we'll be moving on to position 2, which I'll explain in a minute. So grab yourself a caffeinated beverage and get ready for the endless excitement. Anyway, so position 2. So position 1, we went through last time. So position 2 is going to start on the second note of our first position effectively. So the first note we're going to be playing is the 5th fret of the low E. So we're going to go 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. That's all across the E, A and D string. 5, 7, 5, 7. So then we have a bit of a position shift. We're going to use that, I'm going to use that cursed pinky finger. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. 4, 7 on the G. Then we're going to go 5, 8 on the B. Then 5, 7 on the high E. So still looking at G today. We're going to look at getting from box 1 into box 2, or position 1 into position 2. Show you some triads and stuff in there, some licks we can play with those. Yeah, and then put it all together and see how we feel. Just remember, you can always come back, watch through these, you can break them down, take them slow sort of thing. This isn't something you need to completely understand straight away. Get the concept under your fingers, keep moving, keep doing your best. Anyway, alright, so the classic question, how do we get in to box 2, position 2? How do we get there? How do we enter? We always going to be like a strike team, moving on up, just getting them, clearing each floor. I don't know, whatever analogy you would like. Doesn't have to be as violent as mine. But anyway, at the upper end of this box, there is a triad. Looks like our open D chord down here. And if you take the note that's on the B string and move it up to the 8th fret, and then build your D chord from there and only play those 3 strings, that's a G. So I like to focus on part of that chord as a really good way to enter box 2. So let's use that lick first. Let's say we're in box 1. I like to grab the 4th fret of the G string and slide him up to the 7th. And then grab 7 on the high E. If you're a bit of a country killer, you would have heard that a lot. So just getting up to that 7th fret. So that is really basic. We're going to add a little more to that. So that slide up from the 4 to 7 on the G, skip the B string, grab the high E, 7th of the high E. is our next move. Then we're going to strike the 7 on the high E again and pull off to the 5. And then go up to the 8th of the B and give him 2 little hits. Sliding up, pulling off, double shot. So that is a great way to transition there. Alright, so that's lick number 1 down using that D shape. So another one I really want to focus on here. Another spread triad I learned from Mr. Beato. This is a second version of a G major. Might be a little out of tune there, but you get the point. Anyway, so we've got 8 on the low E, then we'll skip the A string and get 5 on the D, and then 7 on the G. So 7 on the low E, I think I said 8 before accidentally, 7 on the low E, 5 on the D, 7 on the G. This triad, it's a hard one to get, you know, super good licks out of, but I do like it for. It's another good way to enter. So let's look at that. Slide up to 7 on the low E. Grab 5 on the D. To 7 on the G. And then back to that 5 of the D string. So that's lick number 2. Lick number 3. Focusing on that other nice little spread triad we had up here before. 5 on the D string, 7 on the G, 7 on the high E. So 5 on the D, 7 on the G, hammer on to 7 on the high E, pull off to 5, and then grabbing 8 on the B string. See if you can, really hard thing to get a hand on, and it's something I'm still practicing all the time, but on that first little see that, but try and make that one downstroke. Doesn't exactly have to be sweet picking madness, but just get used to your hand almost falling through the strings and getting the synchronicity between your picking and your fretting hand. It'll help you a lot in everything, just having that economy of motion. So, yes, just one more time. Yeah, it is hammer on pull off. My bad, can't even remember my own licks. Alright, so those are 3 basics there within that position 2. Alright, so towards the end here, I wanted to try and give you one bit more of an advanced one for between position 1 and 2, and we'll try and keep this going. I'll see if we can get to the point where we'll climb all the way up. But for now, the beginnings of this lick. This is the complete fusion. Do the fusion dance. Bring them all together. Alright. So we're going to slide to 4 on the G string. Grab 3 on the high E. So slide to 4 on the G, 3 on the high E. From 3 on the high E to 5 and slide up to 7. And when we get to that 7, we're going to pull off back to 5 on the high E. So once we're sitting on that 5 on the high E, we're going to grab that familiar sort of double stop kind of shape of 7 on the G and 7 on the high E. Then a familiar little finish there. Go to that double. 5 on the B, 8 on the B. So we're connecting these two shapes. It's always very satisfying to do like quick ascending licks on the higher string set, you know, the G, B and high E. So just that lick one more time. So there's your 3 basic licks with one sort of, I don't know, advanced if you will, but once again, just memorize these shapes, get a feeling for them under your fingers. There's also resources to find these all over the internet. I'll put some in the description. But yeah, just connecting these slowly, and once again, feel free to come back, watch through this, watch over it as many times as you like, and just get used to that. Just seeing these, connecting them. There, all over the place. So for now, focus on those. Next time we'll move up to position 3. We'll look at connecting 2 and 3, and then running through all of them together. Thanks for coming. Get yourself coffee and just labour on this one for a while. Have a good one.